Not cohesive with the album?
I think she thought that people just wouldn't like it, from her at least, because it was just, it's so much lighter and happier, like cheerful pop.
I think
And
it's cheerful pop. I don't get that from that song.
what?
Isn't it more of like a? I don't want to say it's more moody. It's like how bad do you want me? Like that's cheerful.
Uh, Maybe cheerful is not the right word. Light is the word that I used originally.
I think it's relationship music. I mean, I'm not.
Um, Anyways, all I know is she said she didn't. She was hesitant to put it on the album, but she's glad she did because people really liked it.
Okay.
Um, don't call it night. It's not because. Yeah, I like that one. Um,
Oh yeah. That one's good. I actually know what you're talking about now. I was like, you got to sing it to me, and I know what you're talking about now. Yeah, that was good. That was good. Um,
Kill for Love is one of the new ones again. Very
I don't
disco.
know. Don't know
Very
that one.
disco.
The
Shadow
Beast.
of Man, fun. That's the Michael Jackson.
Yeah, that was okay. The Beast, I thought was. I didn't
The
like that
Beast.
one.
I love The
No,
Beast. Oh
I take
my
it back.
God.
I meant to say I don't remember the Beast, but I didn't like Blade of Grass. That's what I meant to say.
Okay, so when I first heard it, I didn't really super care for either one of them because it's like winding down on the album. And that always depresses
Yeah,
me.
the second half did
Because,
wind down a bit.
um, it's just those last three songs.
That's how like we kind of were
But
going with Chromatica too. The second half wound it down too.
um, The Beast, I absolutely love. That's a sex song, like a romantic, sensual sex
I only
song.
listened to this whole album
And then
twice.
that part where she says, "You can't hide who you are, 11:59." That's so catchy. I don't know why that part sticks in the head so much. And that wasn't just me either, because apparently people try to purposely see if she can sync it up. Like if she has a late concert, if she'll sync up the 11:59 when she says it with when their clocks change to 11:59.
Eh.
Um, Blade of Grass, I also didn't really care for until I saw a guy on TikTok play it on his piano and sing it himself. And for some reason, it sounded so much better and it made the original song sound better too.
You should
It
really
grew
check
on me a
out
lot.
her VMA's performance of the Dead Dance because, like I said, I remember I kind of was like, it's okay. The song when I heard that live, it was that was a Final Fantasy
And
boss stage.
that's, yeah, that's another thing that is always impressive about her is that she never, never sings with a track.
I will say
Like,
this too, though. I do think her performance in where paparazzi VMA performance was probably one of the best performances in VMAs I've ever seen. But I think this was right up. It wasn't. It was right up there. It was good. You know.
yeah, that was different from her thing with Jenna Ortega, wasn't it? That was a different performance.
Yeah, no. Well, the VMAs one where she had that ginormous dress and all the dolls, and she kind of came out of the dress, and then like I think she sang Abracadabra and she sang the Dead Dance, and I'm surprised that I'm a little disappointed though because I do feel that she is um, skipping. I really wish Garden of Eden would have become a single before a reissue. I do think it was a huge mistake in letting that be a single. I think that is just so catchy. The whole damn song. I'll take you to the Garden of Eden. Ah, so good. So fucking good. Um, I don't know. This album's good. Don't get me wrong. I don't think it's bad. I don't think she. Does she have a bad album? Maybe. I don't think Joanne was good. Let me reframe that. Joanne was not for me. I'm gonna say that. Joanne was very much. And even she kind of talks about it and how she's like, oh, I did that album for my dad because he lost his sister, and da 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 da. And then, like, it didn't really help heal their
Same.
relationship.
I
Huh?
like a couple, like maybe two or three songs on that album, and the rest of it's kind of like meh.
What songs?
I like Diamond Heart, the first one, Startup. Kind of sounds like Stevie Nicks.
Any of the singles?
What were the singles? Perfect Illusion, I liked it first, and then I was like, this song's not that great.
Okay, that was good.
That one went the opposite direction. It fell off for me.
Ah.
I don't even remember what the other ones. Oh, A Million Reasons. Because, I guess I understand why. It's just not super exciting for me.
Million reasons.
Giving me a million reasons to let you go. You're giving me a million reasons to quit the show. Giving me a million reasons. About a million reasons.
Yeah. But I also kind of feel that, how do I word this? Joanne felt like a very toned down version of her. Like she wanted art pop kind of made her scared to take risks, so she wouldn't be normal or something.
I don't know.
I think that's what I don't like about art pop and Joanne. I think they were way too opposite extremes. I'm like, one was way too toned down, one was Gaga way too amped up, and I'm like, I need her in the middle.
I don't understand why. I like it.
I like Aura.
I love Aura.
Behind the Aura.
I like Jewels and Drugs, and nobody else liked it.
Mm-hmm. 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 Oh god, I don't know where we're going. We're going south?
What is this? Dottie Pine?
What's the thing in the north? We'll go south first. Behind the aura. Is this a soccer ball?
Why are they putting this out at the beginning? I can't.
Oh my god, I forgot what to do. Ooh, this ball is terrible.
For now.
Did you say why they're putting this at the beginning?
Eyeball.
I see you. You know, re-roll if you need to.
I like getting these guns if I can get them both.
Girl, did you need that?
Tell you one time. There's my gun.
I'll be your enigma.
Did I say I wanted this?
Reroll. I'm kidding. I've been using the chandelier a lot. I'll be your enigma. That was good, yeah. I don't know, but with that being said, though, there's some songs in these albums, like, why wasn't that a single? Like, I do have that going on sometimes. Like, who decided this is going to be the single of the album? Treasure Goblin? This attack is miserable. I need to get something else soon.
Can't kill him.
Kill him, mommy.
Kill him.
Okay, we didn't need that.
Heart.
At least your HP will be going up still. I'll beat your enigma. I want your stupid love. I love it when she has a good 90s bop. I think Stupid Love and I think Garden of Eden sound like 90s songs.
You say so.
I would love to hear Lady Gaga sing What's Going On. What's going
on?
Or some Melissa Etheridge.
That is not Melissa.
I said or.
Oh. I was
Come
like, I know
to
you
my...
didn't say that was the answer.
Let Lady Gaga say, come to my window. You would eat that up, Chris, if she sang that.
On my window.
Shut up! Why? There's someone in. You're on the second floor, right? There's some man in your window, and oh my god. Are you gonna clean that up, or is that just gonna? Okay.
Why'd you get two? Oh, you re-rolled. Bitch, just upgrade your thing.
Fine. I wanted something good. This ball is miserable.
Now, until you upgrade it.
I've never seen it. Somebody commented on the stream. They climbed up the window. Come to my window. I was listening to her. Actually, because of our discussion, I followed her on Instagram recently. I was like, Chris may not follow you on Instagram, but I will.
Names have misspelled.
I think you need the gold bar to level that up all the way. What was the other song she's famous for? I'm drawing off. Cause I'm the only one who walked across the fire for you. Ooh, that song is delicious.
Beautiful.
That is an LGBT anthem right there.
Ooh.
I love it how I didn't even know she was gay until like recent year, like this year. Like in my head, I thought she was. In my mind, I'm just so accustomed to men coming up to women's windows that when she's like, "Come to my window," and I'm like, "Oh shit!" This is what happens when I talk too much. I know. Yeah, I'm like, "Oh, that was about another woman." I didn't make that connection. And Chris, how could you not know that? Chris was dragging me for not knowing she was queer. Oh my god!
You need to pay attention.
I was paying attention, but I was singing. But yeah, I didn't even know she was an LGBT icon this whole time. But like I said, I love her because, like, imagine it's 1996, that song comes out. Oh my god, my cheeks clapped. And you release a song like that, and we know it's a lesbian anthem. Like, they had no choice but to play that song. They're like, it's so dang good. What are we gonna do? We have to play it. Ooh. Yes. I love it when they have no choice. It's so good, they just can't resist it.
There's a lot of experience here.
Here I come. Come to my window. You know, I should probably listen to her whole album. If those singles are good, I'm like, maybe her whole album is good. I don't think I've listened to her whole album.
I have not.
You know who else has, like, very good discography? And, like, I don't know if you, like, consider listening to her whole album, but Donna Summer.
Isn't that a black woman?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Growing up, though, I totally thought she was, I got her confused with, the Latina woman. Fuck, the other disco queen lady of the time. What is her name? I don't know why,
Yeah. Oh.
Oh my god, I'm drawing a blank on her name!
Someone in the chat, tell us.
It's body gonna do that funk, it's gonna drive me in. Is it Gloria Estefan? No, I can't remember.
Okay, he's following me, so you're gonna have to go and kill him.
Fun fact, that song, Let's Get Loud, Let's Get Loud, that song was meant for her, but J-Lo, I ended up going to J-Lo. Die. Oh, was that easy? But yeah, I didn't know Banana Summer was black at the time either. Um, there's another singer too that I did not know was. I didn't know Amy Winehouse was white.
Did you know that she's no longer alive?
Obviously, but at the time I thought she was a black woman. Ooh, I don't think I used these like that.
Didn't want to. Oh, never mind.
This one is amazing.
Never mind.
Somebody, they climbed up my window. Hope you all are doing well. Hey, thank you, Crimson Knight. But yeah, it's kind of funny too because you know why I thought frickin' Donna Summer was Latina because that Selena movie. I don't know why. And I didn't really grow up with her at the time because I think she was more disco too. So like wasn't like watching her like videos like that. But they've been trying to do a Donna Summer biopic for a minute now, and I think they want Kelly Rowland to play her because she looks just like her.
Does she?
Yeah, they look identical in the face at least. I don't think they style each other like that, but
Sounds racist.
what?
Just because they're both black?
Oh my gosh. No, they look the same. They did not cook this fish right. Mm. But yeah, I think it would be worth going back to listen to Donna Summer's catalog because, ooh, I'm getting myself confused with you. So, interesting story, but, Donna Summer, obviously, you know, she did a lot of gay disco. Like, her audience was very disco in the gay community, right? She works hard for the money on the radio. Whoa, and I feel love. That's my favorite Donna Summer song. She also was the original I'd love to love you, baby. But, so she had a little bit of a scandal back in, I don't think it was her fault either, though. That's the part that kind of is whack about it, but it kind of, like, affected her for a very long time. But I want to say in either the 80s or the 90s, they said that she said she didn't like the gays or something. Something of that effect. I don't know what verbatim said, but,
They said, she said. Don't push it yet.
yeah, that's fine.
Okay, I'm fine.
Yeah, they said she didn't like the gays. That was what was going on. I think that, as you know, the gays are a big part of her audience.
Of course.
So the gays were like deeply offended, like, girl, like, we've been supporting you. What the hell? Mind you, it's the 80s/90s. It's either the late 80s or the early 90s or something like that. So this is where she kind of fucked up, though. This was kind of snowballing, and she didn't say anything for a while. She was kind of hoping it would blow over because, let's be honest, people were still looking at you funny if you supported the gays back then. Let's be real. So she kind of just kept to herself a little bit.
Let's hear what you
You want me to grab that real quick?
Yes, please.
Ooh, hey! So she didn't say anything because she just kind of felt it was a controversial topic. She didn't want to get too... She thought it would blow over, essentially. So it got really bad. A lot of her fans really turned against her. And, like, sometime later, she had to do, like, a whole public press release saying, like, I didn't say that. Like, you know, I don't want to say she was neutral about it, but, like, she was kind of like... You know how, like... Basically, someone should have kind of cleared that up quicker if they really... She kind of came out like, I never said that, essentially, but it was like the damage was already done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then apparently, like, her kids did a documentary on her recently. They're like, that actually really hurt her feelings, that, like, her biggest fans thought she would turn on them like that, and they, like, by the time she kind of made that statement, like, it was too late. Like, they already didn't, like, they kind of gave up on her.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn, well, that just goes to show you, like, you know, You know who didn't have that problem? Lady Gaga. Lady Gaga. So, you remember that interview with Anderson Cooper where he's just like, do you have a penis? And she's just like, would it be so terrible if I did?
Would it
Like,
be such, yeah, would it be so terrible if I did?
Yeah. He really thought he ate with that interview, asking Lady Gaga, does she have a wee-wee? I was like, what? I don't know. That was just so tacky to me that he thought that him being gay, he could ask that stuff and get away with it. And he'd be fine.
It was impressive that she was so young and had the best answers for those questions.
Yeah, but then again, I will say on the telephone video, she showed everybody her vajayjay. You remember that? I told you she didn't have a dick. You remember that part where the officer says that?
I remember her saying my vagina is offended. That you would even say that I probably like suggested I don't have one.
So what it was, and I don't know if it was photoshopped or what, but I remember back in the day, there was like this, do you know who they also said had a penis to back then? They were going in on Sierra back then. They were saying Sierra's a man, like for a very, I remember that was a rumor back when we were like in middle school, and then like she had to go on 106 in Park, and she's just like, you know, everyone's saying I did a interview with Oprah about me being born with like, you know, either both parts. I don't fucking remember. But she's just like, I never did that. Like, she's like, can someone show me this interview? I thought that was just real. It's interesting to me though that there's like rumors about that where like it some of the weirdest rumors, like I remember with Aaliyah, people said she only had one eye because she wore a swoop over. And then Avril Lavigne, they say that she got cloned or like like the original one died or something, and like they replaced
her. They have a whole name for her too, like Melissa or something like that.
The real Chris died a long time ago. I'm talking to Eric right now. Actually, I'm gonna name him Brandon. It's actually Brandon. No. No, but no seriousness. Yeah, I think what was another weird rumor that a rumor that I think ended up being true was that I don't know which one because I'm not that big of a Britney fan. I love Britney, but I'm not like oh my god, I know all her albums and songs. But apparently one of Britney's albums, maybe two, if I'm not mistaken, it's one or two albums, she didn't record. It was somebody else. And I think in her book, she talks about all the albums she recorded, but the ones that are rumored that she didn't comment on them. So that's interesting. Yeah. So, I don't know. I personally think that, how do I word this? The girl, they believe that the fans basically say the girl that that recorded the albums, she's kind of, you can tell the difference between her sound because if you listen to them side by side, I can't tell the difference, but they're like, she's the one that sounds a little bit too babyish. And they said when Britney was like in her conservatorship, they kind of just had this girl record singles and like basically Britney just do the music videos. And honestly, with all the crazy crap that's happened to Britney Spears, I would not be surprised. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
And at this point in time, Britney Spears probably sang them tracks enough live that it, you know what I mean? She may as well be her songs, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think that I haven't read her book, but like from what the excerpts I've heard, apparently that crap was very horrifying what they did to that girl. Hey. I didn't know I had this maxed out already.
No future.
I will say this though, I do feel I'm not sure I would want an album from Britney Spears anymore. I think that how do I say this nicely? She says, I think she recently talked about how everyone kind of looks at her videos on Instagram as like, girl, what are you doing? Kind of like, and she said like, you know,
that's why, because she's been doing that stuff forever. It's just weird when people see her doing it in her privacy.
Well, what did
Her
she
own
say?
ways.
So it caught news because Nicki Minaj commented. She said, "What did Britney say? Like everyone kind of talks crap about my dancing. I know I'm not the best dancer in the world, but it's really healing for me." And I'm like, when she contextualized it like that, I'm like, okay, well, I guess that's for the best because, I mean, let's be real about it. Like watching Britney on Instagram is a little concerning. Let's be real. Crap. Oh, crap. But yeah, so, but she said it's healing, so if that's probably gonna heal her mental journey, I'm for it. It's just, it does look very, oh yeah, Nicki Minaj commented, she's like, girl, you're not, she's like, they said you're not the best dancer, because Brittany's like, I know I'm not the best dancer. She's like, you are the best dancer. Everyone tries to replicate your moves. You have set trends, like, put your crown back on. We're not gonna hear, no, that's up. Let's talk about something more serious. Like, so, I think Britney's a phenomenal dancer. I don't know, some reason when she's on TikTok, it just seems very, or not TikTok, Instagram, it comes off very, I don't know, I guess I associate a lot of her Instagram videos with, like, when she was not mentally well in her conservatorship. Because, like, I think that's how it started. Like, someone said, girl, if you're in trouble and need help, post a yellow, spin in a yellow shirt. And, like, the next day she came out in a yellow shirt and spun around. And everybody was like, ah! Yeah. So, like, that was kind of like the, aw, shit, like, you know, Britney needed help. And I think that's what got the whole Free Britney thing moving. But, so I did hear this, though. What I don't think an album would be great for Britney release next, but, like, I heard that after Wicked Part 2 is done filming, the director John Cho, he's gonna do a movie based on Britney's book, The Woman in Me. And I think if she's a part of that creative process, I think that would be a good move for her. Because real talk, she had a single recently with her like latest single with Elton John. I think it was Tiny Dancer. I just wasn't a fan. Like, I'm happy they're doing music and it's with Elton John, and you know she had released something, sure, but I believe she can sing. I just think what we were hearing wasn't like her best work. It felt almost AI. And same thing with that song with her and Will.i.am that he released. Like, mind your business, fish. And I was like, what? Like, this is bad. Like, I think the last Britney song I really, really liked was probably When We Up in the Club, All Eyes on Us. All Eyes on Us. Like, that was probably the last Britney Spears song I actually was, like, for real jamming out to. And that was a good while ago.
That wasn't even
Ooh, Britney. I needed this. That's what I was waiting for. Yes, I've been waiting for that this whole game.
We're not even friends.
She doesn't even go here. No, but, I wanna scream and shout and let it all out. No, I'm just kidding. I'll get on too. And scream and shout and let... You know who else actually dropped the gold? Yeah, we have to go to the bottom. Oh, the duplicator. To the left.
Everything you own.
But, what was I gonna say? You know who released a new song and I did not care for at all?
Somebody that I like.
Rihanna! She released a song for the Smurfs movie and I was like, ooh, this isn't it. I was like, Rihanna has a new song out! And I heard it, I'm just like, that's probably why they keep playing her other songs in the Smurf movie trailers, not her new song. And they keep, you know, I think I think it's like you have a friend in me or something. I can't remember what it was. I don't think it was good. Another thing that kind of caught me off, yeah, and I think the people fans didn't really take to it too well too, because I don't see it in the trailers anymore. I think that all the trailers for the Smurf movie, which I would like to see. I'll support Rihanna still, even if it's not a song I don't really care for. They now just play "Please Don't Stop the Music, Music, Music," which I'm like, yeah, that's probably better. I wanna take you away. That's one of her safe songs because I remember during Rated R, she was on the Ellen Show, and I think her singles at the time weren't exactly like really fun. It was like Russian Roulette and Hard. And as she went back to that, "Please Don't Stop the Music," I was like, okay, singles from our last album, I see. But I don't think she released Rude Boy yet, so we didn't have that on the Ellen Show. I miss the Ellen Show. I know people said she was toxic, but I miss Wendy Williams and I miss Ellen. They're both toxic, whatever.
She was rough.
What? Who?
Wendy Williams. I saw her at like a fashion show in the audience. She's like next to the runway, and she looks rough.
Oh, really? When was this?
I don't know when the date was. I just know I saw it like yesterday or the day before, so I assumed it was new.
Oh, shit.
I know she's always had kind of those, her eyes would be getting real big. And it was really, really bad. I was like, ooh, she looks really small, and her eyes are really bugging out.
Well, apparently she's been kind of in prison for like a couple of years in that institute, that older people home. They don't let her leave or anything.
Yeah.
But what was I gonna say? I have a conspiracy theory about Wendy Williams. I feel like that was done to her. I feel like she was really sharp to be like completely having like the old people like breakdown they say she's having. They said she had dementia, right?
I don't even know, really.
I don't know. I feel like some of these things maybe they do to you. Like maybe someone was poisoning her tea or something. But ooh. I don't know. Something about that just always kind of. I feel like she had a lot of enemies, which rightfully so. But I don't know. I miss her. I do think who was the show that replaced Wendy Williams? Fuck. What was the name of that? I forgot the name. The Sherry Show. I like Sherry. I like Sherry Shepherd, but her show is nowhere near as juicy as Wendy's. We call her the Wendy Light Show. Ooh. I guess we just keep heading south. But I don't know. I like. How do I word this? I don't know, it feels like a very safe Wendy Williams show. Like, no juicy things, like... I remember Wendy Williams went up when Solange whooped Jay-Z's behind the elevator. Wendy... Ah! That episode of Wendy. Oh, Lord. Wendy Williams went in that day. I remember when Wendy Williams made that terrible Aaliyah movie. Ah! Oh, my God.
I'm intrigued. Oh, that wasn't even on her show. I forgot. That was on that even when she said that. I'm intrigued.
When Wendy Williams produced that terrible. How
many of these cards are you gonna get?
I know, we're getting quite a few. That terrible Lifetime Aaliyah movie. I swear, when Wendy Williams takes her last breath, and her soul leaves her body, and she gets to the gates of heaven, Aaliyah gonna be waiting at the gate next to Jesus. She gonna whoop her behind for making that movie. When I become a very famous celebrity, don't you ever let them tarnish my biopic like this. They're gonna have you and Joshua's stories backwards, like the biopic. They're gonna have Claire Redfield, Joshua. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
I cannot. Oh, I forgot. We only have limited slots for weapons, don't we? Ooh, we're close.
right here?
Yeah. It is, right? Did we get it already? It was here a second ago, wasn't it?
Now it's coming.
Did we get the character?
It made the noise.
Oh, I thought it's supposed to go do do do.
We've done that already, haven't we? Why are we doing that again?
Oh, because we're in adventure mode. So now we have to what? Is that everything?
There's nothing else. It's just chicken. It's just floor chicken. Oh, how are you finished already? And I've got all this stuff still.
It's on the wrist.
I don't want that.
Okay, good. Give us Chris.
You're already cool. What are you talking about?
Oh crap! I needed the bracer to evolve my knives. What was I saying though? Like, I don't know. I feel like Whitney Williams had a lot of enemies. You know what else I'm kind of like quietly alarmed on? How Diddy didn't get like, they didn't get him on a lot of the charges. I think they got him on like just a couple, like one or two. I think one or two of the charges. Like I think it was out of 5, but they didn't do that case well at all. Ooh, hey, I get to pick a card. Pick a card.
Here's your bracer.
I can't. It doesn't give it to you, does it? If I click it, doesn't give it to me. Yeah, I was about to say. Oh my god, I started my next YouTube video. I'm gonna be reviewing Resident Evil 3. Oh my gosh, I went back and looked up I saw my review for Resident Evil 3, the remake. Girl, I gave that game a C+. The remake. I was like, dang, but where's the lie though? I still stand by that grade.
It wasn't that good.
That was a glorified DLC. If I had time like that, I would go back and redo that. I'd be like, Resident Evil 3 remake. Let's review it the blank years later. I actually think I have a lower opinion of it now than I did before when it first came out. You know what I think honestly ruined... The remake wasn't even that great to begin with, but you know what I think compounded like the reason why I don't like it? Is that Dead Island. Well, I do like the movie. I think Jill's characterization in remake and Dead Island was just so... Ugh.
Not Jill.
Honestly, I think she feels more like Claire to me than she does Jill, but not in the right way. She seems like a bratty version, not a bratty, but she just seems like kind of like a... I feel like Jill's supposed to be kind of like the level head of the group. She's very much kind of... I don't know, but Jill can be kind of stupid in some of her depictions too, though, so let me hush. I was gonna say she's kind of like the voice of reason, but Jill can kind of be kind of stupid sometimes. Joseph! I remember that in the first one.
Stupid.
Some of her moments, Jill sounds kind of derpy. I think she's had some derpy moments in Resident Evil 1 Remake too, to be honest. And for all the times you make fun of, come here. Come here. Here. I love Jill. She's my favorite Resident Evil character, but she's had some, like, you know, some of her characterizations are not as good as Catherine Dishes in Resident Evil 3. But, yeah, I started recording the opening for it. I still stand by the fact that I think Resident Evil 3 is the best Resident Evil game. Okay. I think it had the best antagonist. I think the only person close to that is Lady Dimitrescu, and she gets killed off in like the first chapter of the game. Oh my god, what a letdown. I remember I played Resident Evil Village, and I was like, wait, she's gone already? When Lady Dimitrescu I was so kind of salty about that. I was like, on one hand, the Donna Ben Viet. Oh my God, help me say her name. House Ben Vieto in Donna and Resident Evil Village. What is this? What is this?
Feature.
I have never seen this before, y'all. House of Benviento, the dollhouse in Resident Evil Village. Well, I did like that. I think the first half of Village is much stronger than the second half. I was very salty that not only Lady Demetress was not the main antagonist, but I was also salty in the fact they axed her off so quickly in the story. Like, she's kind of an icon. Like,
I think Gwendolyn, what's her name? Gwendolyn Christie? She would be excellent as Lady Dimitrescu in a live action.
I'd be down for some live action Lady D, but I don't know, I'm a bit surprised that I think that was a mistake axing her off so quickly. I don't think Monroe or the bootleg Magneto guy they got were anywhere as near as iconic. I think that...
People really like him. Not the fish man.
Oh!
Nobody talks about him.
Monroe!
But, yeah, nobody talks about him. But, was it Heisenberg, I think? People really like him.
I don't like him. I think he pales in comparison compared to Lady D. I think everybody does. I even think, what's-her-face, the actual antagonist does. Oh my God,
Miranda.
Yeah, I was like, I understand you're the main antagonist, but it really should be Lady D instead. It's not that I don't like Mother Miranda, I just kind of feel that, how do I word this nicely?
Yeah.
She kind of came out of nowhere. No, she was in the opening.
She started the whole lore, apparently.
Well, yeah, and I think she had a scene with all the generals at one, but you barely got to see her. Yeah, she... And then they tried to be like, oh yeah, she's also that old witch lady that was kind of going around. I'm like, but was she though? Like, I don't know. I feel like in order to have a solid antagonist, they have to be a threat throughout. I don't know. Who else compares to Nemesis? Wesker? Let's just go through them. So the first one, Lisa Trevor. I'm gonna say her. Lisa's good though. Let me not knock Lisa. Lisa definitely held her own as an antagonist, but she was kind of a victim. She was a victim. Yeah, you're right. So next to Mr. X, no, I'm sorry. Nemesis tops Mr. X in every way. 4, what, Krauser? No. Nemesis tops every antagonist in 4. 5, Wesker. Wesker's fine, but he's not really like a BOW like that. He's infected, but he's still human. 6 was a hot mess that was all over the place. Like, I don't even know who the main antagonist of 6 was. Who is the... Was it Simmons?
I don't know.
Don't know. Oh no, it's funny.
We did it.
Wait,
we
what?
did it. It's over.
But it's over now. I'm a bunny. Ooh, I will say this. I liked Marguerite, but the bakers were fine, but those were multiple people, and one of them kind of sucked. The kid, the son. I thought the son was the worst one out of all of them. No, he got killed off in Chris's chapter. Yeah, I think Chris got him in the DLC. Oh no. I don't know. And then even the spin-off games, like, what was Wesker's sister's name? I can't remember.
Alex.
Tell me why I was gonna say Gloria Wesker. We've been coming full circle with Gloria Estefan. I was gonna say Gloria Wesker, but yeah, which actually sounds kind of pretty. But Gloria Wesker, I am mother. No, I like Alex, but her story was kind of. By the time we meet her, like she's gone, and then like she's like Gollum, which I don't know. I like the idea of her, but I don't think the execution was perfect. And then I think
bring her back.
They are.
I don't know.
Oh, I like Revelations 1, but I'm not even sure. What was the Veltro was the antagonist of that?
That game story was a total mess to me.
Girl, I love it. I like that game though. Yeah, I think Nemesis. There's death up here. It's right up here in this corner.
Oh, I can't even do anything with that.
I do think Nemesis is the best antagonist. I still think Jill is probably the best of the ladies, popularity-wise. I also think, did you play Resident Evil 2 recently? I know you were going back and playing them.
I did.
So help me out, because I want to talk about my review for Resident Evil 3. I personally feel that everyone's just like, 3 is just a ripoff of 2, and I'm like, but is it? And I'm like, I kind of feel like 3 really feels like, I think 2 takes place more so indoors, whereas 3 is like throughout the city. Let me hug you. Oh.
It looks like you're scratching my titty.
Oh. No, but I think what I like about 3 versus 2 is I feel like you go throughout the cities to the streets more, whereas and it doesn't feel as linear, whereas I think is whereas I think with
Are you coming for me?
I don't think in 2 you explore Raccoon City, you more explore the insides. You know?
What's that?
It's fine, but I think it's better to explore Raccoon City, like the streets, as opposed to just inside the police station. I think in 3, you don't explore the police station like as much as you do in 2.
Mostly shut off.
Blocked
off. I don't think that's a negative for either one of them.
Ooh, did I finally get that character? Hold on. You said shut off, you said?
The police station, yeah, in 3, most of it's blocked off.
Oh god, finally. Yeah, because I think a lot of in 3 you like explore like the streets and in the restaurants and like the park, and then whereas if I remember correctly in 2, a good chunk of 2 took place in the police station, if I'm not mistaken. It was more so indoor, not the streets. I think the point of 2 was to get off the streets, if I'm not mistaken. Right?
You started in the streets for a brief amount of time, and then you got to the police station, and then you went down into the sewers.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. The police station and sewers feel so contained, whereas 3 felt very sprawling outside, whereas 2 felt more indoor to me. I don't know. What are you thinking?
Like I said, I don't count that as a negative or a positive either way.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I just think they're different. Everyone says 3 is a ripoff of 2, and I'm like, they feel like different experiences to me.
No, I don't agree with that at all. They are different.
Ooh, are you gonna join? I got the deal. We can finally play it. We can finally play it. We can finally play it. Come on. The stream is watching. Let's not hold everybody up. There's 4 people watching right now.
You do it. Go. You play.
Fine. Sorry, everybody on the stream. Chris is being a jerk, per usual.
God, we just did a over 30-minute stage. My fingers and eyes need a break from watching that.
Oh my god, I totally bought this DLC so we could play together, and here we are. Chris is just completely leaving me high and dry.
It's not my fault that you assume.
If it was Joshua, you would totally be playing, but whatever.
Because he would force me to.
I'm not that kind of friend, and I try to be a good person. I try to be a good person, but, you know... Oh, shit. Chris doesn't appreciate me as a friend, everybody. I can't believe you. I totally bought this so we can play this together, because you got introduced me to this game. Ah! Ooh, I hate it in the beginning. It's really slow. But, no, what I was gonna say... Ooh, are we still playing Final Fantasy 12 tonight? On Marvel Rivals?
What was that question about Marvel Rivals?
Are we playing Marvel Rivals or Final Fantasy 12 tonight?
I hope so.
Okay. Speaking of which, get any fun little... I think we're still in the prison, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. The dungeon.
The Nelbina dungeon, I don't remember. Nelbina prison.
Dungeons, yes.
Is it Nalbina? I thought it was Nelbina.
There's voice acting.
And not very good voicing at that. Don't even start!
Yes, it is!
Because first of all, I am playing Aiden Chronicle and the mayor can't even pronounce her town one consistent way, so hush.
What are you talking about? Oh my god, that is a different game entirely.
It is... But you know what I meant.
And she's the only one that says that.
Nunavea. Nunavia. She said it like three different...
You just deleted a whole sentence. You took a whole syllable out.
And I'm like, and you're the mayor of this town? Like, girl, that's like equivalent to me going, I live in Milwaukee. Like, what? Yeah, I don't know. I love Aisha. I love her in Rising. Aiden Chronicle Rising. I love her in Aiden Chronicle, but like, I can't put my finger on it what I don't like about her voice acting. I think what it is because... You know what I think it is? I think there are so many girls in the game that sound like how I thought she would have probably sounded like. Some options of what she maybe would have sounded like. And the voice they chose, I was like... Oh. Okay.
That one?
Yeah. That's a choice.
That's a choice.
Yeah, and like you said, it kind of makes her sound a little older too, which... I think she's an anime logic, like she's a young girl that's a mayor, but like, which is stupid, but like, you know. She probably should be, the voice acting they probably got does sound like an actual, like, someone who is a mayor that's probably of her age might sound like, but... I don't know, she sounded kind of annoying when she's like, here's your stamp card, and I'm like, I was like, this should have been a cute moment, and it was kind of, I don't know.
I still liked her story, or their story, the three of them. That part where you go to the... Actually, I don't even know if you've done that yet.
No, I think I'm about to go to the desert in that game. So, but I love that game. Aiden Chronicle's so good, and it's much better than Suikoden 2. Everyone watching the stream. Everyone's like, you're canceled.
If they've even played it.
I don't know. I will say this, though. As much as everyone says highly good things about Suikoden 2, I wonder if it's nostalgia or if it's just as brilliant as everyone says it is. Because personally, I think the Suikoden games are a little niche. Like, I don't know, I just think they never kind of reach the heights of like Final Fantasy or some of the other RPGs. Probably because they like went on hiatus for so long.
You need to hush.
They did. I didn't make this guy.
I'm not denying that.
You blame Konami, girl. Don't you blame
me. They don't
me.
reach the heights of Final Fantasy.
Okay, then. Tell me, what is your opinion since I'm wrong?
I didn't say you were wrong. It was for your opinion. I'm just saying I want you to stop voicing it because you're going to upset me.
This is my best friend, everybody. He sometimes cuts me.
Isn't that sweet?
You cannot sit here up on the stream and tell me that Suikoden ever reached the heights of Final Fantasy.
Which one?
Any of them.
Oh, no. What? Suikoden 1 is one of my favorite games
Girl,
ever.
I'm not talking about you. I'm just saying in generalizing the statements. You think, okay,
What are you talking about?
let
Like
me take it back.
sales or what?
No, I'm just saying, do you think that, like, Suikoden 1 ever hit the... I don't know what I'm trying to say. Do you think that Suikoden's a bit niche, or do you think that it's more of, like, one of those... I feel like Suikoden has a cult following. But I don't think Suikoden's, like, super mainstream.
Let's
I think...
say it is consistently in the top 10 lists for RPGs.
Okay, I'll give that to you, fine. But so is the Romancing Saga games, and I think those games are niche, too!
Yeah, those are a bit weird.
Those games are very, niche. I don't... as much as I love... I was gonna say Suikoden. I love Suikoden too, mind you. But, as much as I love Romancing Saga, I'm like, these games are not for everybody. Like, I just... like... I think they are perfect. Well, ooh, I take it back. They have their flaws, but... How do I feel about that game? They're hard. I think that's why I like them so much. I love games like Final Fantasy XI and, Romancing Saga because those games are not for the faint of heart. Like I said, I was playing Romancing Saga The Minstrel Song. You can download it now. They re-released it. That game is still hard. I remember I was cheating and the game was still hard. I had a glitch where I could copy like the legendary items where you're only supposed to get one of them, and I gave one to everybody in the party, and your girl was still struggling, okay? I was like, I don't think I can beat this. Like, I actually want you to play that game. I will definitely walk you through with a guide because, girl, you need one. And I'm not saying that out of like, let's ruin the game for you, but I'm saying like, that game, so much stuff is missable. It's like, honestly, if you battle too much, you'll miss stuff. Like, because the clock is done by how many battles you do. So, like, if you battle too much, you run the risk of, like, you know how, like, certain RPGs have timers for some reason, which I think is obscene? I don't think you should be timing your RPG, especially if there's a lot of dialogue and a lot of story stuff and missable stuff. Like, don't do that. Like, that's... I'm glad they can turn that off.
RPG is it's chill.
Yeah, like Final Fantasy IX has a thing where you can, if you beat the game so quick enough, you get Steiner's ultimate weapon. I'm like, why would I rush to this beautiful experience? No. So,
no way, no. That same thing in Suikoden 2 with the Clive's quest.
Oh, that's so good they can turn that off.
In the remaster, they made it so you could pause it, but still.
Which, yeah, that was good. That was very good. But, so Romancing Saga, The Minstrel Song, I enjoy the game. Girl, I really do. But, it is... Chris, I'm gonna send you a copy of that game.
No, don't do it.
Why?
Because... I mean, wait, throw your money away, potentially, but... Because we never know if I'm going to get around to playing it. We know we have all these games on our plates.
Fine, and look at the one I bought already. You're just skipping out on,
Exactly, that's my point. Give it out on. I played quite a bit of it.
I literally bought the Among Us one because I know you're Among Us fan, so we could play together. And you're like, I just want to watch.
I had to go to the bathroom. I was thirsty.
Oh my god, you can use the bathroom later. Just playing. What are we, 5? No, I'm kidding. No, I'm teasing. But, this is just our relationship if you guys haven't gotten this by now. You're probably thinking it like, oh my god, these two are really terrible people. Like, the people watching. Oh my god, what terrible people. What did I watch? What stream is this? Unfollow. No, I'm kidding. But, ooh, speaking of which, I need to stop laughing. Your girl only has like a little pinch of health left, and I have no revive. Let me turn this off fast forward mode. That's why all my health drops so drastically. But, what was I gonna say? Oh my god, what were we talking about? Yeah, that game is hard. Like, and I know you don't like those games to begin with, because you don't like sparking techniques, where like the hard... So, for those who listening... Sparking techniques is a thing where, you may turn, I guess you can watch from YouTube if you want to watch me play still. But
I
Sparking.
actually don't know what's happening to my TV.
So Sparking techniques is where you learn abilities kind of randomly in battles. Like the logic is the harder the enemy, the more likely you'll have to learn a new ability, and that's how the Romancing Saga series works. From what I remember, Chris, you do not like that because you feel there's no planning in the Romancing Saga series. Like you kind of just are learning new abilities at random, you feel?
Kind of, yeah. It's very... like I don't have as much control over it.
I think it's kind of the opposite of Final Fantasy VIII, where, like, you know in Final Fantasy VIII it's, like, best not to get in battles? Like, especially, like, if you can avoid them, avoid the battles. It's the opposite. If you can try to get into, like, riskier battles, you're more likely to get better abilities, and that's kind of why I think the Saga series is kind of nice. Because if you do stuff out of your, if you're a good RPG player, you can take on battles that are like out of your skill level, and I think it kind of rewards you for doing that. I mean, you can learn them by excessively doing battles, but in Romancing Saga, the issue with that is the more battles you get, the more the clock moves. The timer's not based on actual time; it's based on how many battles you take on. So theoretically, the less battles you can skip battles too, and that doesn't count against your timer. But you have to. I don't think it's running. I think it's like smoke bombs or something like that. I can't remember. But and if you smoke bomb them, they don't count against your battle counter. But I question how plausible it is to do all of the quests in that game. I don't think you can. Maybe it's very. I think you can, but you have to like. You have to have a guide, you have to know the order to do them in, because certain quests open up at certain times on the clock, and then other quests open up based on which quests you've also completed. And then some you can do at any time, and then some you can only do at specific moments, you know what I mean? So that can create a bit of thing. And then some characters are connected to certain quests too, like there's a mermaid character that's really hard to get, and I'm like, I got it, because there's a mermaid. But yeah, that one's hard. Like I said, the final dungeon... No, basically the gods are like, you have to take on all of us to make sure you're equipped to fight the final boss. And I'm like, why couldn't y'all just bless me with power? Like, boo! So, it was a long boss rush, and in that game series, you use JP, which are like, I assume stand for job points. And they use your weapon abilities, and you really can't restore them like mana, so you have to use your weapons sparingly. Unless you kind of restore them at like an inn, but you can't do that because it's a gauntlet, so you can't stop it midway through. So it was kind of... It was tough. It was very tough. Like I said, I couldn't do it right away, so I found a cheat where they have the glitches from back in the day, since it's kind of a remaster. They still have the glitches from back in the early 2000s where you could copy weapons and armor and items. So I copied all of the legendary items. Like I said, you're only supposed to have one of, and I was still struggling. I actually was getting really kind of worked up because I thought I was going to lose on the final boss. Like, I kept going and kept doing more and more damage, and I'm like, oh no, I can't keep doing this. Like, I can't keep healing every turn. And, fortunately, how do I word this? That was kind of like a little bit of a scripted thing where I was kind of making you seem like you're supposed to lose, I think, towards the end. But, I beat it, and I think one of the things that saved the game for me was that in the remasters for the Saga games, they had this nice thing where you get to choose one of the 8 protagonists to play as. And after you beat the game, you can transfer your data onto your next playthrough, so all your level ups you made with all the other characters. Like, let's hypothetically say you want to pick one character. If you get the main characters in your party, you can by the time you play as them in their playthrough, they're all to be leveled up a bit, so you're not starting at level 1. And if you recruit any of the previous characters you had before in your last playthrough, they have some level, and I think you get to keep your equipment too, so playing the game again doesn't feel like starting over 8 times in a row. You at least have your progress transfer. And that's really nice, and that's what I love about the Saga series. You get to choose which character you want to play as, you can transfer your data over, and each character expands the world and the storylines. Sometimes the storylines overlap, and I think that's just really cool to see things from different perspectives. I love movies and shows and games where you see things from people's different points of view, so that's personally why I love the Saga series, and every game has a mermaid in there. And Iodine.
Is that how that is? I guess.
Well, I guess you play things. Yeah, ish. I guess that's not a great example, but yeah.
Small degree.
I will say this though, as much as I'm enjoying Iodine Chronicle, tell me why the black girl on the cover looks like she's gonna be one of the main 3 characters. I'm like halfway through the game, and I'm like, she's not in here much. I probably played as her twice, and she didn't join the party yet officially. I'm a little disappointed about that. I'm hoping the DLC... I know you said she has a little bit limited... Did you play the DLCs for Iodine? Or no?
I did not.
Oh. They're all out now, just so you know. Are you going to, or are you just... It's not the top of your list? What?
Maybe if I go back and play it again someday, then I'll play them. But...
Did you really not like the games that much?
Fine.
Because we don't think you're playing Final Fantasy 12. Which, by the way...
I'm really enjoying it.
Okay.
I'm really enjoying it this time.
Everybody on the stream. So, what is this? Hold on. Rocket science. I hope you're watching the stream, Chris.
My TV went
From
on
your
the fritz, so
from your phone. No, but so basically, to everyone watching the stream, I personally have not really had a great experience with Final Fantasy 12. That's the one with Yvonne and Fran and Pinello and all them peoples. And oh shit. Oh crap, I died. See, that's why you're supposed to play with me. Boo! Oh my god, I hate you sometimes.
It's a very good thing I did not play with you.
Why?
My TV is literally broken, I think. I think I'm gonna have to get a new one.
Are you for real right now?
It turned off during
what happened?
right around the time that the share play was gonna end, it just went black. And then it's like I had to unplug it. I couldn't even turn it off. I had to completely unplug it.
I love how you're still talking to me.
I know the PlayStation's fine. It's just the TV.
Oh my goodness, this is insane. So, what now?
Don't really know. Let's see if I can get it. Yeah, I think it might be dead. I mean, it still works somehow. It's getting power. There's a little light at the bottom that usually tells me that it's receiving an internet signal. That's just flashing and staying on at weird times. Oh, it's doing an update. Let's see what's happening.
Your TV's doing an update?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Final updates. It's a smart TV. I mean, it can do stuff.
I don't know how I feel about that.
So it's just saying 0%, so I don't know. I think it's going crazy. Oh, it changed now. We'll see.
I don't have any of these stages yet. Because I wish I had some help, but whatever, I can do this myself.
It's not my fault you stink.
Oh!
Without some help.
Hater.
Can't even beat the Castlevania stage by yourself.
I totally did. I saw the ending. Oh, boo.
I know.
You forgot. Anyways, as I was going to say before I was rudely interrupted by your... Were your TV's working?
Yeah, I did the update.
Oh, thank God. Okay, good. Because that would have been bad.
It's not that bad. I can get a new TV. Like, I'm not that broke.
Peasant. No, I'm just kidding. Emma Frost joke. Kneel, peasants! But no, in all seriousness, back to what we were saying, because your girl literally has some things to talk about. Final Fantasy 12.
Yes.
You are a Final Fantasy 12 apologist.
Apologist?
Yes, I said that. You are a Final Fantasy 12 apologist.
Lots of people like Final Fantasy 12.
Girl, not a lot of people like Final Fantasy 12. Nobody in the stream said they like Final Fantasy 12.
They released it again.
I'm just kidding. Okay, but in all seriousness, I put Final Fantasy 12 in like the Final Fantasy 13 category, where like it's kind of mixed. Like, it's not as unanimously loved as like 7, 8, 9, 10. So,
True.
Personally, I'm on my third attempt of playing this game. I've beaten it once.
But you don't remember.
Oh, I remember being Struggle Bus City, and I remember I didn't know how to use gambits. I remember I didn't use summons or quickenings, and like you're like, girl, no wonder you didn't like it. Like, so Chris is supposed to be playing the game. We were supposed to play it together, and I was abandoned.
This is a lie. We're skipping details.
So I'm just gonna buy the game and play without you, and I'm like, oh.
That was no. I originally said, the reason we're playing it right now is because I originally said I am getting an inkling to want to play Final Fantasy 12 again. I have an urge.
Just not with you.
And then he's like, we can do it together. And I was like, well, yeah, we can.
It's not you, it's me.
I had just planned on, I have it for the PlayStation, of course, but I wanted to just have it on my Switch so I could play it portably and be easier. I even take my Switch with me to work or whatever and play in the mornings before I get started. Whatever, if I have a break, whatever. And I wanted to be able to play it like that. So I ordered it again, and it's like, of course I'm going to play it by myself too. So we're just doing both at the same time.
Chris was just like, I'm just not really that into playing it with you.
We are going much slower on the Together version, also because we play Vampire Survivors out of the blue.
And Marvel. Girl, okay. I was having fun. Everybody's been watching the stream for the past few days. Shout out to everybody who's been watching me play Vampire Survivors for these past weeks, because we've been having fun. We have been having fun over here. But anyways, we're not talking about that. We're talking about how interesting of an experience Final Fantasy 12 is. I don't know. For the life of me, I just don't. I want to like it. I love Fran. I think Vaughn is sexy, even though he should not be a main character. Very much should be a side character at best.
Ash should most definitely be the main character.
Yeah, I think honestly the only reason she was not the main character is because I think they flinched. I think that Final Fantasy X-2 happened and they're like, people were kind of mixed opinions about the Charlie's Angels girl game. And I think they flinched with 13.2 too. Apparently 13.2 was supposed to be Sarah's game. However, they said they needed a male protagonist because they didn't want to have a scenario like Final Fantasy X-2. So that's how Null got introduced. So I wonder if that had something to do with it, because... But then again, even if Bosch or Balthier was the main character, I probably wouldn't care. I think Vaughn, despite how sexy he is, and he is sexy, I stand by the fact in all my playthroughs, if you remove him from the plot would still be the same.
Well, so technically all of them are sexy, so it doesn't really... that doesn't really matter.
Everybody in the game, you think is sexy? All the men? Or all the main character guys?
Well, all the three playables. I mean, there are others too.
So everybody says Balthier is the sexiest. That's what the general consensus is. The internet thinks he's the sexiest.
Balthier is the general consensus. And Bosch is... I don't like his character model while you're playing as him, like while he's in your party, but we know because of his twin brother that he could be hot.
I love how
We
you
know that
worded that.
because
That's just like, your twin is hot, so maybe you are too. Like, what?
well, it's
Bogus!
because he's ragged. When he joins you, he's all like he's been imprisoned and he's
Ooh,
gotten really
spoilers
skinny and
for
yeah,
an over a decade old game. No, but
you're
okay.
literally going to get him at the end of the dungeon that we're in.
So, okay, hold
It's
up,
not far.
rewind. I will say this: Bosch is objectively attractive. He's just not my type. I'll say that. I think
If you say so.
I think Balthier is sexy, but I don't like his outfit. So I think Vaughn showing a little bit of
What? His outfit's so dapper.
I think it's fine. I think Vaughn is showing some cleavage.
Oh, you want skin?
I said some cleavage.
He's showing all the cleavage and
but-
that little that little pose in the menu where his little it just fell open. I'm sorry.
Okay, my headcanon is Vaughn is a bisexual. Like, I know he goes out with Pinello in the sequel.
That feels so weird. That's worse. I'd rather him be gay.
I honestly,
Pinello feels like his sister.
he does seem very queer coded. A lot of characters seem very queer coded. Actually, 99.999% certain Kuja's gay. From 9.
I don't think he showed any romantic interest in anyone, so I wouldn't know.
Well, I think most of Kuja's
We're
outfits.
just going off of his outfit.
Well, I guess it could be argued he's kind of like, what's the guy? David Bowie in the Labyrinth. But I don't know. I think Kuja's extremely theatrical, has the very androgynous outfits. I guess he's supposed to also be an angel, though, so like maybe that has something to do with it. But in my headcanon, Kuja's gay. You cannot convince me otherwise. I think Vaughn... I don't know. He gives bisexual vibes to me. I still think Vanille and Fang are lesbians. You cannot convince me otherwise.
Not trying to.
Fang was supposed to be a guy. Fang was originally, in the original version of the script, was supposed to be a guy, and I think if you had Fang and Vanille's story and it was a guy, it'd be no question that they were a couple. And I think the fact that they changed them to women, I think there are people who are like, oh, they're sisters. And I'm like, no. I don't know how many sisters get naked in crystal holding each other like that. This is not Sailor Neptune and Uranus. This is not Sailor Neptune and Uranus. Like, they're cousins. Like, no. They're lesbians. They're lesbians. And, like, they hold each other quite often, too. Like, I think there's another moment where Square Enix kind of flinched and it's like, I don't know, they can be ambiguous lesbians. I think that's what Square Enix did to them. Like, I think after
Anyway,
back to 12.
back to 12.
Anyways, I don't know. My point is, I still think Fran is the hottest person in the whole game. So there's that. She wins. She has one of the best character designs in all Final Fantasy.
And a great voice actress.
And a great voice actress. She also was the reason why I stuck it out through that game, even though they gave her some miserable stats. I'm like, now we all be giving the black girl some terrible.
Miserable.
She's an all-rounder, and that's never a good thing.
She's an all-rounder just like Vaughn.
A worse version of Vaughn. Why would they do that to her? Vaughn should have had her stats, because frankly, her and Valthier are supposed to be like experts.
That doesn't even make sense. Who
I
she is.
know.
She's literally supposed to be attuned to like highly magic skills, yet she's the worst, at least out of the girls, with magic. And I think she's worse than Vaughn with magic.
That's what I just personally think that like Vaughn and her should trade stats. Like if they're gonna have two all-rounders, I think Fran would eclipse Vaughn in everything, like magic and combat. Like I don't think he would. The only thing
clearly her physical skill is insane.
Yeah, like she's kind of seen to be like that.
She goes crazy sometimes with the mist, but like it's still like the fact that she's even capable of that.
I think they made that to her because she was the black girl of the game, but that's just my opinion.
I don't know about that, but
like in my opinion, I don't like all-rounder characters because typically they're a jack of all trades and don't excel at anything. I like my squishy black mages. I like my tanks that are extra buff but can't really attack. I like my attack. You know what I mean? Like I like those where they're good at. I don't know. Usually all-rounder characters aren't great at everything. Like, they just don't excel at anything, and they kind of end up being kind of like, you know. they don't really, in the long term, really do that good. So the fact that they should have made her more of an archer class or something. Or they should have made her like a speed stat or something. Give her something of her own. But alas, they did her dirty in the stat department.
Alice.
I do think they blinked though. I think they said Ash. This was clearly her story. Even in if you in Final Fantasy 14 when they revisit it, the Evilise timeline, they only talk about Ash, Fran, Ramza, and the tactics people. They don't mention Vaughn. Like, he doesn't come up. You know what I mean? Like, that's just, he's not of importance. And I hate to say it, and I know it, you're gonna get mad, but I think by proxy, Penelo's the second most useless character. Well, let me take it back. She has good stats, but storyline.
I think, while she's not important to the story necessarily, I think she is a nice character to have along.
Okay, I'll give you that.
Her interactions with the team are nice.
She is better than Vanille.
And kind of cute and funny sometimes.
She's better than Vanille, I'll tell you that much.
Good lord.
I will stand on that wholeheartedly. But wait a second, who was your favorite character in 9? I never really got that from you.
What do you mean? Don't even ask me a question. You already know.
Who? Because you said you didn't like Garnet at first. You said you did not like Garnet at first.
At first.
So I would like to know. Did you have a change of heart? Now she's your favorite character?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not that predictable because I personally thought she would have been your favorite character. You're like, oh, she's kind of boring, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, at first I thought she was a little boring, and then I was like, wait a minute, no. I literally was so off put by that part where she loses her voice originally.
That was miserable. Sorry.
I was like, oh my god, why would they do this?
They're like, here, have some summons.
She can't concentrate. She loses her turn.
Have all these summons. She can't summon them again. As if we didn't have a whole disc where she couldn't summon. You want to do it again?
Yeah, there were some... But that was a gameplay issue. I mean, I guess it does affect the story a little bit because obviously she couldn't really interact.
We would have had the same story if she still could have summoned. So I will say this, in my first playthrough, and for most of them, Beatrix was originally my favorite character. But I don't know, I like...
a little bit stupid. She's just a little bit stupid.
I said in my first, yeah, she was a little bit, I don't want to say dumb, but she was going along with orders for too long. But
well, actually, I was talking about afterwards. I know it was just supposed to be part of a cute love story, but Beatrix was Steiner, and the way she acted, like as soon as she saw the love letter, that wasn't even for her, but she just assumed, did Steiner write this for me?
I love them. No, I will say so Steiner really wasn't anywhere near the top of my favorite list, but when Alexander was under attack and they thought they were going to die, and he's like, I will protect you, and music kicked in and he went into trance. Oh my god, the Beatrix Steiner, like, shipping, I was all for it from then on out. No, that was good. That was good. That was such a cute scene, and Aiko, whatever her name is, dropped the letter, and then everyone, like, this random tangled web of...
Everybody's like, is this for me?
That was so funny. I don't know, I was amused. Like, it was all over the place.
Yeah, I know it was amusing. It just seemed so strange because Beatrix formerly had been such a serious character, and all of a sudden it just became really silly.
I do love Kuja. He's my favorite Final Fantasy character, but I have to say Zidane is a breath of fresh air compared to Cloud and Squall to me. I like him a lot.
Yeah, he was a little overly flirty for me.
But then he got a lot of depth when he really started to doubt himself, and all of his friends at the end had to come back when he was one by one. And that music kicked in. Dun, 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 No, but you remember that when he was like trying to push all of his friends away, and all of them, I think Garnet was the last one. That was so good. So all the feels. And then Vivi dying at the end was just... Ugh.
Don't say that. Nobody knew that happened.
I didn't either until they told me, and I read it again, and I was like, oh my god, he did die! I was kind of shook by that.
Wait a minute, y'all were serious about them only living for a year? Come on now.
Which is kind of wild that Zidane was alive that entire time, and it took him a year to come back to Garnet. Like, what the heck happened there? Her hair grew back in the ending cutscene, though.
That was stupid. I hated that. I was like, your hair grew back to the same in 1 year. Your hair grew back to that extra long hair, and you have it styled exactly the same as you used to.
So I didn't know it was a year, but in my head, I'm like, dang, Zidane left her a long time. Her hair all grown back and everything.
That's like, hair does not grow that fast. I mean, granted, this is Final Fantasy World, but. Like,
but real talk,
like,
I'll probably get 2-3 inches in a year, let alone a whole long ponytail.
Ponytail. That, but like, no, you're not growing that much. That's like you didn't cut it your whole life almost.
Girlfriend had the neck level hair down to the booty hair in a year.
Like no. Oh.
But you were happy they got back together in the end, though.
Oh yeah, that made me cry. That ending scene where
Beatrix and Steiner opened the gates for her.
She came out, she stumbled down towards him to grab onto him, and then when she like pounded on his chest, like was hitting him,
she was mad.
Like, damn you.
All
like,
that
she was
flirting
so happy,
and
but also like, I hate you right now.
Oh, that's how you know Final Fantasy can get you, especially if they don't have any voice acting and they still can get you in the
no
field.
voice acting whatsoever, and it still got you.
But Zidane was such a... I think that he did kind of what Titus kind of somewhat... And I don't think, mind you, I don't agree with this, but I'm going to say it because I think other people say it. I think people felt Titus was a little bit corny in some scenes, and I think Zidane did a good job of making that a little bit more lovable. Whereas some people like to say Titus is kind of goofy, and I'm like, I personally don't think Titus is goofy. I think he's a well-rounded character. I think he's just...
We also had the voice acting.
Which was intentional, but people...
Yeah,
I think, people give that
scene
the
is a
laughing
work of
scene.
art, if you ask me.
Okay, let's not get spirited. Like,
I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I really do think it was a beautiful scene.
I think it did what it was supposed to do. I think people just sometimes... I guess there's some people that, even with the context, they don't care for the laughing scene. Like, I don't know.
Illiterate.
I'm trying to think how I feel about it. I think it did what it was supposed to do.
We still have people listening to this conversation.
Yes, we're entertaining, girl. We need our own podcast.
Well, we could talk about Expedition 3308.
We're still talking about Final Fantasy 12! Boo!
I know. I'm just joking.
Okay.
This one has not played Expedition 33, despite pretty much everyone else having played it.
I know we aren't going to sit here and listen to your worries, woes of too many games when mine don't count.
You literally have the game.
It's an angel's room somewhere. But anyways, as I was saying before I was rudely interrupted. Oh my god, there's too much stuff on the screen. Your girl's panicking. Okay, this is too much going on. But anyways, I also think that, like, Final Fantasy 12, I still stand by this. I should review this game. I think it was a big mistake to make a single-player MMO. Like, what the heck? Like, why? Like, the whole point of an MMO is to play it, like, with lots of people. I think one of Final Fantasy XIV's biggest issues is that it's MMO, but the game feels so single-player sometimes. Like, it may as well be a single... That game could be a single-player experience, to be honest.
Well...
They should have an offline version. They should have an offline version. I mean, you can literally play the game without ever having to interact with people, to be honest. The way they've added it with, like, the things. But
NPCs. I actually like that, too. It kind of feels nice when the NPCs, the story NPCs are there with you.
I will say this, though. They really should find some way to memorialize Final Fantasy XI. Like, either make it a Crystal Chronicles, like, where it's a limited multiplayer game, or a single-player game, or something. I'm really disappointed that, like, Final Fantasy 11 kind of just... It's just kind of floating there. If you have a PC, great. If not... It's not on any of the consoles anymore, because I know a lot of people bought a PS2, hooked it up to the internet, and that's how they played Final Fantasy 11, because putting it on a computer was just too much, they said. They said, like, it just was not... It was much more simpler. Ugh. But then again, you know what I fucking hate about Final Fantasy 11? That damn play online. No, play online, girl. That earned it. Whoever made the play online login screen, that whole secondary login situation...
Don't remember it. I don't want to.
Michael was like, why? I'm like, it took me like 5 minutes to log in every time. It was just annoying. And like, you needed like 3 different passwords to log in. And I'm like, why? It's not that serious. But yeah, I don't know. I just think that, Final Fantasy 12 feels so much like an MMO to me. Which
anyways, so as I've said, I know you feel that way about it, but I'm pretty sure most people have celebrated that its gameplay is actually quite good.
Girl, you're lying! Don't you lie on my stream.
Lying. That's always been the thing.
You're a liar. I think you're a liar. No. I don't think any people
said the story is a little weak and unmemorable.
I think it's convoluted.
The gameplay was really good.
I think the story's a bit convoluted, because I think... Oh, that's another issue I had with the game. Okay, so one of my biggest issues with that game was, they put way too much dialogue in the beginning and, like, politicking, and I'm like, I don't care about this stuff. You can't expect someone to just, like, care about, like, all these political, factions and who's taking over who and who's assassinating. I'm like, we just met them. Like, this doesn't have any weight to us. We didn't get a chance to look to know them. As soon as we met them, they died. Sir, got deleted.
Well, I actually have empathy, so I guess I can...
It felt like a history lesson instead of, like, something with actual weight to it.
I don't think it needed to.
I think it would have had much more gravity if it had maybe more of a Game of Thrones approach.
Even more.
Well, that's the part of storytelling. You have to find a way to make these things work. If you can't, then you're just not doing your job right. And I think Final Fantasy IX had a great job of telling a political story, and I didn't ever get that feeling from, like, they were kind of just throwing random stuff at me, and I didn't know what to, like, really care, like, get time to, like, know what was going on. I felt every nation, even the ones I didn't get a chance to meet, like Burmecia, I felt for them. I was like, I think that's Freya. We had an emotional attachment to Freya prior, so, like, when we got excited to meet her, go to her home, we're like, oh, it's gone. You know, we don't get to meet it. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
I did not like from what I did get of Final Fantasy, what was the other one with all the boys that was kind of political?
15?
Yeah, I didn't really care for that one.
I didn't really either. I didn't really know that one was political that much, but I guess it was. Wait.
You don't think so?
Well, I wouldn't be complaining anyway, because I like political fiction. But
I do too, but
I actually really like political fiction.
I do too, but you also have to bear in mind that it can, like all stories, can be done poorly, and like and I think with Final Fantasy 12, their issue with that game is they kind of put too much at us at once in the beginning. There were too many things. Like, I think it's kind of similar to Final Fantasy 13. There was too much stuff, and we didn't have enough time to digest it properly to really get the gravity of the events. And that's my issue with the setup of 12.
I get that a little bit. There are a lot of names, like countries, names thrown out there at the beginning, early on. Although, I will say, when you show me a map and put names on the map, because they did that while the narrator guy...
Oh, I love saying Sakoden.
No.
Yeah.
Well, yes, they do. But when the narrator guy was talking, it was showing in the background, like the maps with the names of the countries. That helps me a little bit.
Yeah.
If I can put a place, like a name with a place on the map and see like where they are in relation to each other, it helps a little bit. There were a lot of names. Granted, I have played the game a few times now, so it's getting easier and easier to put it together. I will say one of the things that I have a problem with is the judges.
Gameplay or
which I think gives them
story?
a little bit.
Yeah, the judges
Story.
made their way to other Final Fantasies. I believe the judges were also in Tactics Advance, and if I'm not mistaken, the judges were in 14 as well, right?
Probably so. But I don't like them because I don't like anyone that's covered. I don't like faces being covered. I need to be able to see your face so that I can remember you and recognize you. Just
But
having
you like
different
the
shaped
judges in
helmets.
you like the judges in 14 though.
I don't remember.
Well, one of them was a girl. One of them took his mask off and he wore red. And he was a boss for a while. I think the girl one died or got deleted in 14.
Oh, you're talking about like the girl was Livia, the one that
Yeah,
would fight.
they were judges, correct?
Maybe I didn't really think of them that way. I guess they were. They kind of were like that. And they were fine, I guess, but that's the thing. Their outfits were more unique, whereas in 12, they're all the same color.
I know
And
the
they just
judges
have,
were infamous in Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Like, people did not like them at all, but I don't know what so it's the story thing, not exactly a gameplay thing?
It's because I don't know who they are. Like, I'm looking at them, and because I can't see their faces, I'm not, like,
Is it supposed to be like a Darth Vader thing or no?
like, keeping them a secret.
Secret or menacing or like it's intentional?
No, because they're not all bad. They're not bad guys, necessarily.
Hmm.
They're a part of the Empire, which is, bad guys. But the Empire is not necessarily all bad. There are good ones as well. They're good judges. And until they which they do take their masks off, but like, then they put them back on, and then I'm like, I don't know who you are again because you put your mask back on. So I don't know who it is, and I can't really recognize the voices all the time. There's one female judge, which obviously she's the only one, so obviously I know it's her. But like,
So, what about the Asians in 14? Because they were kind of similar.
yeah, I don't like it. I do not like anything where the face is covered, and I can't. My brain shuts off. Like, you're not really a full character. You're only half a character. You're just a voice, a disembodied voice to me.
What about Darth
I
Vader?
can't see your face. I don't know why that is.
Darth Vader, Mandalorian.
Darth Vader is different because he's the only one.
No, he's not. There's Boba Fett in the Mandalorian.
I've never seen that.
Oh. Well, there's Boba Fett.
Okay, I've never really seen
Stormtroopers!
that.
Stormtroopers!
I know who Boba Fett is only because of Death Battle. They did a Death Battle between him and Samus Aran, I think, and she beat his ass.
Yeah, of course she would have, but yeah, I think anyways, I can understand why you see that though, because I do think it's important to have some semblance of identity in these things, but and I'm just kind of picking your brain because I do think the Asians were a lot like what you described, and they were kind of a big part of 14's lore. And in all fairness, I believe the judges are a big part of 12's lore, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, they are. They're important.
And Tactics Advance, I believe the judges play a big role in there. I remember people hated them, but I don't know. That wasn't a big thing. I remember the dungeons could be kind of hard in 12 too. I remember the sewers I got a little bit mixed up in, and that Ultima dungeon. I never got Ultima because of that dungeon was a lot.
That's the only one that. Okay, no, it's any dungeon that has teleporting. Like, if you're teleporting around the map, that can be confusing, even with a map. To show you where you are, it can be a little confusing.
Well, I think, sure, but that, and I think the fact that, look, the items don't always appear all the time, that's another thing that kind of, like, threw me off a little bit, because in every other Final Fantasy, the chests are always just a one and done there. Like, they're not, like, is the chest going to show up this time? You know what I mean?
It can literally come back, and it might show up, it might not, and it might not have the item, or it could have Gil or whatever. It's very
or you
randomized.
have to have a certain thing on to get the right item, equip the certain thing.
Actually,
the diamond armlet.
I was reading about that, the diamond armlet. Apparently, you're not really supposed to wear that for most of the time, only in certain places, because it doesn't. It changes what's in the chests, guaranteed, and that's not always a good thing because you either get the really good item, or it changes it to a knot of rust, most likely, which is not a good item.
Where's
necessarily.
Where's my rewind feature? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that would be different. I've wanted that so many times. That's when I've been playing this. I'm like, ooh, I want to rewrite features so bad.
Well,
I
tell you
thank you for the
what,
fast
can we at
forward,
least
though.
put it on? Let's put in Final Fantasy 12. Instead of talking about it, let's just put it in. Put it in.
Let's
We.
wait on you.
All right. So we're going to be switching over to Final Fantasy 12, everybody. I know that this stream says we were playing what game? Vampire Survivors. I was like, Among Us? What am I playing? I'm looking at this and I'm like, I know this is not Among Us, but like, I am playing Among Us, but blah, blah, too many games. Oh crap. Where's my disc?
Oh, crap.
Oh crap. So I have Aiden Chronicle in right now. But yeah, no, I think the game is not made for. I have Madam Web, and I never watched it. I don't think I want to anymore because it's Cindy Sweeney. Like, girl, I might throw this in the trash. But like, your girl's pissed. I heard the movie sucked anyways. Like, but then again, there's a lot of movies that they say suck that I like. I'm like, some of y'all just hate women. So like, I thought that movie was hilarious. When, like, they were switching places and they thought Miss Marvel, the little girl, was gonna fall to her doom. She switched places and Captain Marvel hits the ground like, oh, it's fine, y'all. It's just Carol. Nick Fury.